Alright, what up guys? I really want to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Now some of you may wonder how I got 1,000 subscribers. Well, that's because I have been a shorts content creator for a while now. For 2 years. Yeah, 2 years starting 2024. It's 2 years on this channel. And so that's how I ended up getting 1,000 because I've been working on those shorts for a while, and then I stopped and I came back, and I stopped for a bit and then I came back until I got to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for the 1,000 subs. But now I have to focus on watch time, and I kind of wanted this channel now to be both shorts and long form. So I'm gonna be working on way more long form content right now. I could one day go back obviously to doing shorts. Why am I saying one day? I'm probably gonna be continuing to do shorts. Anyways, this video is just to recommend, mature anime movies that a lot of people haven't seen. Some of them they have, but I do think it's worth mentioning them again because of how great they are for the genre and just for the storytelling. And I really love storytelling. So here is a list of mature anime movies you can catch right before Dragon Ball and Bleach comes back. Actually, let's go. So the first one I'm going to recommend is Dead Leaves, which is a 2004 anime movie. It's very short. I think it's like 50 minutes short, and it's great. I can't lie to you. You will never see anything like it ever again, in my opinion. Maybe you will one day, but it's a very rare type of story, and it follows two people who wake up on the moon and then somehow land back, or they wake up on an asteroid and then land back on Earth, and then they just cause mayhem and they get arrested, and the craziness just continues from that point, and it gets crazier with every scene. It's actually pretty insane, so you should probably check it out. However, I will warn, it does have a sex scene in it, and there is nudity as well at the end. The next one will be Armitage III Polymatrix. This movie is about a detective and another detective who investigate the recent murders of people that they quickly find out are not, simply just people. So yeah, that's quite an interesting twist on a very, very well-known subgenre of sci-fi in general. But they do take it in different ways. That's quite interesting. The visuals are very amazing. The sound is incredible, like the music. I would say the characters are quite likable. The way that the story ends as well is pretty cool in my opinion. And I don't know, it's not exactly what I expected, but at the same time I liked it. And yeah, I honestly would generally say that this story, again, the premise of it you've seen before, but the way it's executed is quite different, and it's refreshing to see if you do like the premise that it will present. I'm not telling you what the premise is because it is a bit of a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you too many details for these movies. Genuinely, just trust me, just watch one of them and you'll see if you like it, and you can check out the other ones. But yeah, I definitely would say you should check this out, and yeah, it's worth your time. The next one would be Tekkonkinkreet. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but basically it's a story about two kids who are gang members in their own gang, and they semi-rule the streets of their town with some other gangs here and there. You only really see one other gang, and then a new gang basically comes into town, like a mafia type of gang, who try to impose their own rules. And then there's like a division between the leader and one of his people, and it kind of goes on this crazy adventure where there is an entire lesson about children being influenced and involved in gang violence and trauma, and just how excellent the ending is. I mean, man, this is one of those stories that anime really expresses to a great level. Again, it looks fantastic. It has its own unique art style as well, which I love all the time. The scenes at the end are so beautiful. The sound and the music is really good. I will say it's a slow burn, but it's worth it, especially for that ending. It really is worth it, and it's a deeper story for sure. It has a few twists here and there, but yeah, that's basically what it's about. And it's about like these two gangs kind of end up meeting up in the middle and kind of fighting. Again, it's just two kids against like a group of adults, so it is quite interesting to see how that's portrayed. And it just goes over how just even the government itself can influence an entire town, and the mafia itself, and how it's important to reserve the culture within the town and all this other stuff. It's quite a deep story, but it's enjoyable, so you should check it out. The next one I would say is Memories 1. There are 3 of them. Kind of like Armitage 3 has a sequel, but I've not seen the sequel. It also has like a prequel 4-episode series, so I'll check those out. But Memories Part 1 is called Magnetic Rose, and it's about, again, it's a sci-fi, but it is about a whole like company, a group of people who are part of this company. I think they're like scavengers, sort of. They're under like some sort of government, and they basically just go around collecting stuff, testing stuff, and you know, going throughout space, collecting rubble, and just doing, you know, day-to-day missions that they're assigned to. And one day they are assigned by one of the officials to check out the signal that's coming out of nowhere, and so they have to go to check what the signal is, this distress signal, and they find this giant torn up ship that they go into. And yeah, they basically find a bunch of holograms that are more than just holograms. And again, it's very short. I think it's 40 to 50 minutes. It's super enjoyable. It doesn't start quickly, but it's done on purpose because it is a mystery drama horror anime. So yeah, you should definitely check it out. Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget as well, Armitage also has nudity. Just wanted to say that as well. But yeah, Memories 1 does have slight nudity. It's very slight. It's at the beginning, then you don't really see it ever again. And yeah, like I said, it's a horror anime movie. It's very, very interesting. You should definitely check it out, man. I wish I could say more about it, but nah, I really don't want to. I want you guys to experience this one. Another slow burn is Jin-Roh, the Wolf Brigade. This one is the slowest out of all of them. And again, the ending is one of the best anime endings I've ever seen. The ending is insanely amazing. Like, the ending is so peak. The ending is incredible. Like, genuinely, y'all, the ending is incredible. Like, I know it's gonna start very, very well. The middle section is quite slow in my opinion, and I did pause and watch it, you know, a couple of days later to finish it, but it was worth it. It's worth sitting through, guys. It really is. That ending is so well set up. Oh my days. And the sound, the animation, it's standard for these movies. The sound, the animation is pretty crazy. It's quite amazing. I mean, man. But yeah, just the general premise is about a soldier who's a part of this group of law enforcement that handles insurgents and terrorists within their land. And he goes around with his group training and preparing to take down these terrorists wherever they can. And he ends up doing something that kind of causes him a bit of trauma, and it leads into this whole different part of the story that connects so well to the ending. When he meets up with this other person after that, he connects to that person. And then again, I don't want to say too much because the ending, when you figure everything out, even his character design, he's such a, I will warn you, he's a very boring character, but it's on purpose. It's so well done because of the end. The ending genuinely really makes this movie, in my opinion, close to a 10 out of 10. Like, it's so good. And yeah, the romance as well is not well explained, but again, there is a reason for that, and you will see at the end. So yeah, overall, a great spy slash terrorist slash crime slash drama slash action type of story. It's incredible. I can see why people love it. Genuinely amazing. That ending I can rewatch multiple times. It's incredible. And the second last will be Ninja Scroll. This one is far more well known. Oh, also, geez Louise, why I keep forgetting this. Jin-Roh does have nudity, but I don't think you're gonna care about it as much because of what's happening, unless if you're, you know, into some pretty crazy stuff. So yeah, there is some nudity in here, but it's very short as well. Anyways, so Ninja Scroll, second last recommendation. Again, very incredible movie. It was so good they made a series. That's how good it was. I mean, back to front, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. There's no flaws with it. The characters are interesting and enjoyable, every single one of them. They have interesting abilities as well, like the villains. The ending is so magnificent, man. Oh my days. I do want to check out the series, but I'm worried that they might make it a bit too shonen-like, because this story just, it has some shonen elements, but obviously it's very gory, I will say. It has nudity. It has a near grape scene. It has a sex scene. It's pretty insane. I'm saying near grape scene because it never went even beyond what it did, but it was still nasty and disgusting to look at. But yeah, great story overall, and it involves a guy who is like a mercenary, and he gets hired to take down this whole group of people, but he didn't want to do it on purpose. He kind of just meets up with them on one of his journeys, protects this woman. He then gets involved within the drama, and there's this whole village drama that happens, and basically this group of people are trying to take over basically the entire land, and trying to get a bunch of gold and all this stuff. So they're trying to do it through force and through thievery, and so this guy hires that mercenary to then take out this group because he's very skilled at what he does. But he's not a Goku, you know. He does get beaten up quite a lot, and he does need other people to help him. So it's very interesting to watch. The fight scenes are so good, the sound design, the animation, the character writing, man, storytelling top tier. The villain at the end, yeah, he has his intimidating factor. He's not extremely intimidating, but still is a pretty cool villain. And the way it ends does leave you with a bit of questions, and I understand why they made it a series because of the way it ends, but it's still a great ending. And it's so tragic with certain things that it does as well. Man, this is so top tier. And yeah, if you're into fantasy slash, I would say there's horror elements in here because of the goriness and how brutal the people die in here. And also just action as well. Very good action, very good character writing. A bit of drama, but again, there's no slow points in this movie at all. Like Tekkonkinkreet and Jin-Roh. There's no slow points. But yeah, overall a 10 out of 10 if you've not seen it yet. Genuinely great. And then the last one is Vampire Hunter D, which again is exceptional. This is the one before the one people know, which is Bloodlust, the 2000s one. This one is a 1985 one. It's still very good. It's close to a 10 out of 10. Has very unique fight scenes as well. Not really a fan of the last fight. I feel like they could have done a bit more, but I understand why they did it the way they did it. And it has twists and turns here and there as well. It feels like it easily could have been a series because of so many different story elements that are happening throughout. It has very good just animation, music, the characters as well. This story though, and it also does, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it has nudity as well. But this story, in terms of how it does the stoic main character, is much better than Jin-Roh, in my opinion, because you immediately understand why he is the way he is, whereas with Jin-Roh, you only understand at the ending. So this one is done a bit better, but again, it's two different reasons why they did them that way. So yeah, overall, really enjoy Vampire Hunter, and it's just about a vampire hunter who is helping this girl kill the vampire, like a elder vampire that wants her to be his queen. And so he's out there helping them find this guy and kill him so that she can be free of the curse and not turn into a vampire. And that's the general story, but it has a lot more going on with it. And yeah, it's quite brutal. The people die brutally in here as well. Very unique powers as well. Like I said, there is nudity, good action scenes, there are horror elements. Again, you can watch this even if you're not a horror fan, it's fine. And yeah, it close to 10 out of 10. Genuinely should check it out. It's really, really good. I will check out Bloodlust later though. But that is the end of my list, y'all. That is the end. I just wanted to do this because people overly rely on mainstream anime, in my opinion. Like, people will just watch Dragon Ball, Bleach, and then maybe Jujutsu or something, and that's it. And they'll just stop watching anime, and then they'll wait until it comes back. And it's like, if you're an anime fan, if you really, really are into this, you should explore, because there are hundreds to thousands of animes released every year. There's so many, and there's so many places you can go to find them, so easily accessible. I just personally don't get why you wouldn't, and that's why I wanted to do this series of recommendations, because I want more people to check these out, because they're worth checking out, they're worth the support, and we want quality in anime, don't we? We want top tier quality. So it was a bit of a yap session. I didn't go too deep into why you should watch everything, because a lot of these movies rely on you not knowing what fully happens as well, and the twists and turns that they have, which I love. I love movies like that. I love series like that. So yeah, I definitely would say go check them out. I mean, Dead Leaves, bro. Dead Leaves is crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Dead Leaves is quite crazy. Yeah. Anyways, if you do really enjoy this video, drop a like. You know, I think hype should be available for me. If you see the hype button, I don't even know where it's at. It's such a new feature. You can click hype. And if you want to see more of the recommendations, obviously the video would have to perform well, but also comment on what I should check out. You know, I want to see more quality anime. If you have any recommendations, tell me so that I can tell more people in the future, and we can share quality anime together. And it doesn't always have to be mature anime. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna make shonen, sci-fi, political, whatever. I'm gonna mix it up. Also, Jin-Roh is very political as well, so if you're into the political stuff, it's there. Check you guys later. Bye bye.